Hi, I'm Andi. Welcome or welcome back. I'm really happy that you're here. Today I'm bringing you my February update. This is my first update for my Out the Door in 24 project pan. This is a Pantastic Ladies collab, and it was created by Deb from the channel Deb B, and I will have a link to her channel in the description box below. You basically take 24 beauty-related items in your collection. You use them all year long. You get rid of them. You use them up, or at the end of the year, if you're still not done with them, you have the option to get them out, and that's what I'm doing. Anything that's left is going, because most of these things are the oldest items in my collection. Oldest. And I just want to get rid of them. I do. The second part of this project is that you're going to take 24 items per month per update. You're going to have 24 items that you declutter from your home. And those can be anything. Those can be junk mail. I saw Kim from Teacher Loves Beauty. She decluttered a bunch of packing materials to a friend. Clothing, just anything that you have unnecessarily cluttering up your house. We could all do with some decluttering. So that's exciting. I will show you the items that I am decluttering at the end. I have a photo of the items that I'm decluttering and why I'm decluttering them and all of that at the end of the video. So let's start with rollouts. I have 4-ish rollouts. I know. I felt like I was a little too strategic. But these are the oldest items and they have been used. But I didn't think I would have so many I'm happy that I have rollouts, don't get me wrong. But, and I still have 20 more items to use. But I wasn't prepared to have 4 rollouts, the first update. I'm not complaining. The first item that I am rolling out is the Maybelline Age Rewind 4-in-1 Perfector. This is a glow primer, kind of like the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I used this 22 times. I don't use the sponge. I have used the sponge, but it's such a pain to keep washing it every time. Can't get any more out of it. This is where I was the last update. So I've used all of that. What did I say, 22 times? Yes, rolling out. Super duper excited. Okay, the next item that I am rolling out, flip the page here, is the Mark Set Things Right Finishing Powder. Actually, it's setting powder. Set Things Right Loose Perfecting Powder. I used it as a finishing powder. Mark is an offshoot of Avon. It was geared toward the younger crowd, a little bit more trendy, whatever. Anyway, it's gone. It's gone, and I used this 10 times. So it didn't have a whole lot left in it, but I used it 10 times. It's out. It's gone. Excited. Very excited. And then the next item is also a powder, and it is the Beauty Bakery Flour Powder. This is in Translucent Oat. Pretty sure I got this in a BoxyCharm. Pretty sure all of us got them in BoxyCharm. Let me take the sifter out. Gone. Boom. Gone. I used this powder 19 times. This is where it was during my intro. So a lot of this I just had little bits left, but it's old and it's stuff I still wanted to use up and get out. I didn't care for this powder and I'm really happy that it's gone. I did find a way to use it. I can't use it under my eyes. I just used it to set down my cream products. So I use it as a setting powder before I put on my powder bronzer, powder blush, all of that. So what did I say? 19 times. And then this is my possible rollout. Not possible. This is going to roll out tomorrow, you guys. Tomorrow. I have 1 use left. 1 use left. It is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting powder. And can I tell you how old this is? Old. Dang it. I had the sifter out of it, and then I put the sifter back in it. Stand by. I put the sifter back in it because I don't want to lose the sifter because I will be reusing this packaging. But that is how much is left. Can you see that just little bitty amount? that'll be used under my eyes. That'll be used under my eyes. I used this 28 times. So 28 uses. I thought I marked this one too, but evidently I didn't. I marked it at one point because it was in a project. That was nail polish. But I actually marked it in Sharpie, and I don't know. So I have one more use of this, and then it will also roll out. I can't believe I rolled out 3 loose powders. These powders have been here for the longest. And I'm excited because over the past year, I have bought 3 or 4 loose powders, and I'm really excited to try them. But I wasn't going to open them while I still had so many loose powders. I do have my RCMA no color powder will be going in this because it's in a bottle and it's just hard to use that way. So it's going to be going in this after tomorrow. Now we're going to talk about the stuff that I have progress on that is not finished. And I will be putting up photos of what it looked like when I brought it in versus what it looks like now. This is the e.l.f. Putty Primer. That's what it looks like. Super excited. So this is what it looked like last month. It had a nice pan in it. So I'm really excited that I've gotten so much progress on this. As you can see, the side, it's got side pan. How I use this, me and this product were not always friends, and I found that if I use it with a brush, it works really well. And either a putty brush from e.l.f., which I do have, but also this little brush that I got from Ipsy or something. And I just go in and then just stipple it on my face after I put a whole face primer on. I have used this 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I have used that 28 times. 28 times. Every time I did makeup this month, I used that. The next primer that I have is the Essence Prime Studio. When I brought this in, I said I didn't like it. I don't know why I said that, because I absolutely love this, and it is no longer available. It is discontinued. This is the Essence Prime Studio Poreless and Skin Blurring Putty Primer. Thank goodness that e.l.f. came out with their liquid putty primer, because they're very similar. Extremely similar. This is where I was in the intro. This is where I am now. And I have used this. I have used this 24 times. So I use about the size of a pea, maybe a little bit bigger, and put it all over my face. And then I'll go in with the primer putty and just put that in my T-zone. Works really well that way. I have the e.l.f. Halo Glow, but I only have 4 uses on this, and it went from here to here. So not a whole lot of use, but I was using the 4-in-1 Perfector. So that's why I am now using this. We have the L'Oreal Lumi Foundation. I really like this. This is, again, is no longer available. They don't sell this anymore. It's True Match Lumi. They do sell the True Match Foundation, just not the Lumi Foundation. I guess I could make my own Lumi Foundation because I have the Lumi glowy primer stuff. I have some of that, and I guess I could put it in a foundation if I wanted. This is where I was at the intro. This is where I am now. I've used this 25 times this month. I've only used another foundation like a few times, and I am really happy with the usage that I have. I figure a couple more months. It is smaller at the bottom, so it might go a little faster once I get toward the bottom, but I do have another foundation in this project, but you know, I have a few months. I have a few months to use this before I start with the Misha. Next up is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Light Beige. I don't use this under my eyes because it's a little too drying for that. This is where I was when I brought it in. This is where it is now. It's like very little. I've taken the stopper out. There's just a little bit in the bottom. And how I've been able to use this up is I mixed it with my foundation. This foundation is a little too dark. So I did a little swipe on my little palette over here and used that to lighten it up. I have used this 17 times. So that will be rolling out before next update, guarantee it. Next up is the Avon Glow pressed powder. Doesn't have any writing on it. It's all worn off. This is the oldest pressed powder in my collection. It's at least 5 years old, if not older than that, probably older than that. You can't see it on camera, I don't think, because I did put this in my deck of panning to hit pan, but there are rings. You can see the rings. I can see the rings a lot. So I did take a before picture, but it really doesn't look much different. So I'm hoping that I can at least hit pan by next update. But that's going to take a while. That's going to take a while to get through. I did use it 15 times. Did I tell you that? I used that 15 times. Next up is the Beauty Crop Vitamin Bake bronzer. This is going to look a little different. When I first brought it in, it had the big pan in the middle of it, and it had that shimmery bronzer at the bottom, or I don't know if it's on the top, might be on the top on that picture. But anyway, I ended up taking that part, I cut that out, and I frankened it with an eyeshadow to put in my Juvia's Place palette, because I thought that palette needed a light shimmer. So I repressed it into the middle, and I have used that 26 times. 26 times. So it's very thin in there. So I'm hoping next couple of updates it'll be gone, because I have my Franken bronzer that I'm using. This doesn't look any different, so I'm not going to put any comparative photos on there because I've only used it 3 times. So that's my Franken bronzer. That is made from 3 different eyeshadows, and I'm really excited to start using this. Next up is the Revolution Cream Bronzer. That's what it looks like. You can see what it looked like when I first brought it in. I have cleaned off the pan a little bit, but I did take that little tail off the bottom, and I'm really excited with the progress that I have in that. I have used this 22 times, so just about every time I've done my makeup. So I'm thinking by next update, I might have this little area gone here. Few more months, and I do have another cream bronzer in this. Actually, technically 2, because I have a dark concealer that I use as a cream bronzer. But as far as I have the e.l.f. Putty bronzer in this project. And when this is gone, I'm going to put the putty bronzer in this packaging, because I hate the putty bronzer packaging. Hate it. Next up is the Essence Matte Bronzing Powder, Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade Chocolate Sundae. And this is what it looks like. You can see what it looked like when I brought it in versus now. The top area there has really thinned out a lot, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a side pan by the next update. How I use this, I will not be repressing this into the middle, because how I use this is with this really thin brush. I use this as my powder contour, and I put my brush up in there, and it fits fine, so I will not be repressing that. I have used this 18 times since I brought it in, since the intro. Okay, I think that is all for my face products, and then I have a couple of lip products that I have progress on. I brought in the NYX Liquid Suede in Soft Spoken. I actually brought 2 of them in because this one was almost gone. I had to see which one it was. This one was almost gone. This has opaque packaging. There's no windowing or anything like that in it. But this one is gone. Stopper is out. There's no more product. I know you can't see down in there, but the stopper is out. It's been out. So now I'm working on this. It still has the stopper in it, but you can see I'm just getting the very end of it. I have used this 12 times. Used it all together 12 times between the 2. This is gone. So 12 times I have used them. I don't know. It might be rolling out by next buy the next one because I wear it a lot. I wear it a lot. And when I'm not wearing that, I'm wearing this. And this is the NYX Liquid Suede in the shade Sandstorm. I have used this one also 12 times, and it has the stopper out. Does it have the stopper out? No, it still has a stopper in it. Still has a stopper in it. But again, just the very end of it is getting product on it. So I will probably be taking the stopper out soon. I really wish that you could see through this packaging so I could see where I am, but I can't. I held the light up and all of that. I can't. Next up, we have the Essence What the Fake Lip Plumper. This is where I was when I brought it in. This is where I am now. I have used it 5 times. I did take the stopper out of it. I took my little spatula and kind of scraped everything down and then had it sitting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be done with it by next time or not because I don't really wear this. I've only used it 5 times. So I'm not going to wear it a lot, but to have a lip gloss out of here, I mean, you can tell there's still some stuff on the sides. There's still some stuff on the sides, but that's pretty much where I am. It sits upright. It's just thick. And lastly, I have the Ace Beauté eyeshadow primer. I have used this 13 times. This used to be my favorite eyeshadow primer, and it is no longer my favorite eyeshadow primer. I have to set it. I have to set it with a powder, or else it creases terribly. And I've found that I like the Urban Decay Primer Potion, the e.l.f., the Alter Ego. I like them way better because I don't have to set them. Sometimes I don't feel like setting them. But anyway, that's where I was when I started. That's where I am now. And like I said, I used it 13 times. So 13 times, it only went from there to there. I used just the tiniest bit. It's like that much. And it covers both eyelids. So this is probably going to be in all year long. I have a whole one of these, like an unopened, completely full one of these. And I may declutter that to a friend because I don't know if I want to use a whole nother tube of this. I used to love it. This was like everything to me. I loved this stuff. I just don't love it anymore. And I think I've just, my tastes have changed. Once I started using the Urban Decay Primer Potion, I was like, yeah, I don't like that. It's just so much better. I don't know. So that is it for my makeup part of this. Let me show you a picture. It's a picture of a trash bag full of clothes. I cleaned out my closet. My mom works for an organization that helps people in need. She works at their clinic, and they have partnered with a church in my hometown. That, as a matter of fact, it's the church I got married in. It's the church that my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my mom, and I all got married in that church. And I remember growing up, I used to go to the church with my grandma all the time, and the basement, they had their rummage sales, like their church sales in the basement. And they have since made that a place where people can go in and get clothing and furniture and small appliances and things like that. People that, they get their home after being homeless, they get a home, they get their apartment or whatever. They have nothing. They go in there and they get all of this for free. So when I cleaned out my closet, I went through and picked out the things that were in really great condition. And there are, everyday clothes. There are like nightgowns, nightshirts, bras, that kind of thing. No underwear, but like bras that are in really good condition that I barely wore. I have several bras that when I lost weight, I can't wear anymore. So I'm donating those as well. So it's a really great organization, and I'm really happy that I was able to declutter some things from my home, but also help them. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. Let me know in the comments below if you're doing this project or a project like it and how you're doing. Until next time, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.